So you know what I get to do today? I get to be a business manager to rock stars, and that's pretty cool. My name is Bernie Gudvi. I'm a CPA business manager, and in that capacity I handle financial affairs for various people in the music industry. Been doing it my whole career, pretty much, 40 plus years. I'm also been married to the same lady for 50 plus years, have children, grandchildren, and that fills up my life. It really started as a part-time job when I was in high school. I got a job at a business management firm in Beverly Hills, and this is in the 60s. My job was to running errands and making copies and anything that needed to be done. And part of that job was running, delivering stuff to studios and agencies and, movie stars' homes and for a 17-year-old kid from France, so wow, that's pretty cool. And when I finished high school, I got into, I went to the service for 4 years, and I was in the Air Force. And when I got out, I got my degree in accounting, got my CPA certificate, and then went to look for a job at a business management firm. And found one in the mid-70s, went to work for them. And about 3 years after that, started my own firm, and I went out and rented a 3-room office and hung up my shingle, Bernard Gudvi and Company, and then we went. Early in the game, one of my big clients was Styx, that kind of got me started in the game. And I remember going to the Forum, watching them perform in the back, and going backstage. And the road cases, all had my, the address was my address, Cara Bernie Gudvi, and it made me feel pretty good. It kind of got me high on that feeling. My primary job is communicate, communicate with my clients, communicate with my staff, and communicate with management here, my partners. Eliminate the surprise element. No surprises. Communicate with your client regularly, and they never get surprised by what you tell them. I think you're going to keep a client for life. My parents they were from Warsaw, Poland, and they left Warsaw in 1939 when the Nazis invaded and took over. And so then they left their home, everything, their family, and they escaped. They moved to Russia. They went to Russia, and they survived the Second World War, being in labor camps and working in labor camps in different areas in Russia. They ended up going to France, Paris, because my dad had some relatives that lived in Paris. And then they had some friends that had moved to Los Angeles. I mean, when I was 10 years old, I even never heard of Los Angeles. I couldn't even pronounce it. And so they moved here, and we settled in the West Hollywood area. And I think being in that environment was part of my drive. The drive to do my own thing, to be respected, to be financially successful, to be well thought of, to be intelligent. I mean, these are all things that I strive for, that that drove me to work hard and do what I did. As long as I'm physically fit, and as long as I'm mentally fit, and as long as I'm relevant in what I do, and that's what I tell people. If I get a current young pop star and a classic Hall of Fame rocker, and they both give a shit about what I have to say, then I'm gonna do it, because it's not like I'm going to the Solomons, Yeah, that was painless.
We do our best.